Welcome to the Old Lumens channel again. Today I'm going to discuss a different style switch for a Maglite. I have this cut down Maglite. I finally went ahead and did the cut down part. It's done. The cut is right there at the edge of the knurling, and it came out pretty good. I might not even mess with doing anything more. It's pretty close seam. But I want to use a switch in it in the stock hole. Okay, this is a push button switch that I got off of eBay. It's supposed to be a 3 amp switch, and it has a blue LED ring around the push button that will light up when the push button when the light is turned on. The other thing that I like about it is it sort of has a 2-stage push to it, and I'm going to try to bring it up to where the microphone is so that maybe you can hear the push. Okay, anyways, so the first push, the first click you hear will give it momentary, as long as you hold your finger on it, or if you let off it shuts off. It's also your mode change. Just by hitting that first click you can mode change, then you depress all the way for on. I sort of like that. I like the idea of that. I think it'll work out nice. I've read a lot of things that these switches don't fit in a Maglite. They do fit in a Maglite. Okay. The problem is that when you look at your contacts inside, you're touching, or just about touching, actually you probably are touching the other wall. Well, okay, just bend the prongs down. That's pretty simple. That's all I'm going to do is bend the prongs down, and then I got, more than a 1/4 inch of space in there. I can solder my wires and be done with it. The other problem is, how do you make your contact? You still have to have a contact for the battery. Well, what I decided to do was use the stock housing for a Maglite, and I'll take a second here to turn this back on again. Of course, it has a nut to tighten up inside the body. That'll be fun because you have to start the switch in, start the switch in and put the nut on and tighten. It's going to be one of those things, but it can be done. I've already tried it. You can do it. Basically, I've made that housing to where that nut will fit down inside after it's tightened in. And the housing is split. What I did was I took a stock Maglite switch housing, cut off the tower. Okay. Then I split it in two. In the middle of these housings, there's a rib that goes across for support. So I split just on one side of the rib. Okay, leaves it in half. Then I had to clear the nut because the nut wouldn't go down in. So then I had to take and cut. I cut quite a bit away so I'll have room, but I cut down in and off from the top to make a ledge on both sides of that switch. Okay, like I say, it just allows that, or both sides of the housing, it allows the switch to be in there because the switch is going to be in place, and what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put one section of the housing in this way, and it will have the excuse me, it will have the contact for the positive terminal of the batteries, and the wire will come out. I'll have to solder right there. I'll also have to have this other one, well, the other one won't really matter because I will just run the wire right out through the hole on the other side going up to the emitter. So basically the one side is all I got to worry about, and that means only one wire I got to mess with. So I can solder here and just stuff it down in, tighten the nut up on the inside, and then once the switch is tight, then I can put the wires through the hole on the other section and put it all back together. And I'll probably use some JB weld or something like that on the edges to hold that all back together again as one piece. Anyhow, it's just an idea. It's something to give you an idea of something different with a Maglite instead of doing the same thing all the time. All right, thanks for watching.